Hi guys, we are back with the part 2 of Welcome to the Slug Club. Will Malfoy really help us or not? Let's find out. Professor, I was hoping you and I could have a word. I'm quite busy preparing for my next class, Ray. Due to the incompetence of your cohort, I have to plan a review of what couldn't be a simpler poison. But if one ingredient is I've, shrinking solution can be quite poisonous and you lot seem to have a death wish. I only need a bit of advice, sir. Gwen Jones asked me to talk to Lucius Malfoy on her behalf. I have met him before, but it wasn't the most pleasant of interactions. Gwen suggested I talk to someone who knows him well, so I can figure out the best way to approach him. I heard the two of you were close. That was certainly good advice from Miss Jones. Lucius and I were close enough for me to know a wizard like you won't get far with him on your own. Then will you help me? Didn't you hear what I just said? I am busy. Then perhaps I could help you first. While I do, you could tell me a bit about Lucius Malfoy. I suppose I could make you fetch me ingredients. At least then you will be out of my way. I can do that. That remains to be seen. But if you don't screw this up, I might be able to give a bit advice on how to approach Lucius. It sounds like the best way to approach Lucius is to be brief, direct and complimentary. Are you still babbling on about Lucius? We have finished here, go on. But I'm not sure where to go. Perhaps you know where I might find Lucius? He's getting angry. Of course I do. But before I send an underachieving student to someone as busy as Lucius Malfoy, I must know, why is it so important for you to find him? The truth is, Gunung is hoping Lucius might be able to help us track down Horace Slughorn. After hearing so much about Slug Club, I'm quite excited to meet him. I'm sure I don't know what you expect from Horace Slughorn, but I'll tell you where to find Lucius, if only to end this conversation as quickly as possible. Lucius can often be found in Diagon Alley. When he's not at home, he likes to visit the shops there. Brilliant. Now go on. Of course, and thank you, sir. I'm off to Diagon Alley to look for Lucius Malfoy. I like to be alone with my thoughts, so leave me. Dobby must attend to the packages, miss. He must not be caught chatting, miss. Children must be the start of the school year again. Or are you playing hooky? Thanks for talking to Professor Snape for us, Corsebreaker. You know I like to avoid it whenever I can. Now that we know how to approach Lucius, we can find out where Slughorn is and make sure he's alright. We just need to be brief and work in a compliment when we can. According to Snape, that should do it. Then we can learn why Slughorn missed the exhibition at Hogwarts and report back to Gwenung. We are sure to get an invite into Slug Club for our trouble, perhaps, but for now, it looks like Professor Snape was right. Here comes Lucius Malfoy and Dobby. Mr. Malfoy, can we have a word? Oh, look, it's Autumn Ray. Hide your wands, everyone. Don't want them to go missing. Your son Draco took your wand and you know it. Perhaps or perhaps someone planted it on him. Only time will tell. Now if you are done wasting my time, I'll be on my way. Wait, Gwen Jones sent us to ask you something important. We're a fan of yours and we just wanted to have a brief word. Actually, I'm lying right now. Fans, I suppose I do have a movement. But I find it hard to believe Miss Jones would associate with students of your unremarkable reputation. The truth is, she said only a wizard as powerful and connected as you could help us find Horace Slughorn. I see, and what do two young Hogwarts students want with Horace Slughorn? Perhaps you hope to pester him about the Slug Club, like so many of the uninitiated. This isn't about the Slug Club. We're doing a favor to Gwen. She's looking for him because she's worried he might be in trouble. Speak for yourself, Cosbecca. I want to help Gwang, but I'm also dying to attend one of those lavish dinners Slug used to throw. I'm sure the two of you are bright enough to understand. The Slug Club is an extremely exclusive society. Only Hogwarts' best and brightest are invited. It doesn't befit young students to go begging for inclusion in societies that have not expressed interest. If you are trying to say we don't have a chance of being invited to join the Slug Club, I wouldn't be so sure. Besides, the decision traditionally belonged to Professor Slug, so we will just have to talk to him. And if you won't help us, we will find him on our own. I'm only hoping to save you the disappointment, but if you insist on wasting his time, I will be delighted to help you on your way. You would? Of course, listen closely, and I will tell you everything you need to know. So now you know where to find Professor Slug. Since he spends most of his free time at the Laughing Burrow, you are likely to find him there. But I have never heard of a restaurant called the Laughing Burrow. Perhaps you know it by its nickname. Many patrons call it the Bureau for short. Oh yeah, that sounds more familiar. It's quite a trendy spot, very discreet. If you hurry, I'm sure you will find Slughorn there preparing for his next meal. In fact, I will give you a pinch of blue powder and you can use the chimney in the leaky cauldron to travel. It's strange, why is Lucius being so generous? Feel free to mention my name and I'm sure the bartender will oblige. Brilliant, thanks Mr. Malfoy. Don't you have anything to say, Miss Ray? Thank you for your help, sir. It's my pleasure, now hurry along. I'm sure you would be sad to miss Horace. He looks really suspicious. Why would he help us without any benefit? Thanks to Lucius, we have a lead on Horace Slughorn's location, so let's hop to it. Let's head to the leaky cauldron now and use their chimney to travel to the founder of the Slug Club. Should we actually go there? What's a witch got to do to get a drink around here? Everyone is so impatient, but I'm happy to wait. Are you taking orders? Can I get a little help? Blimey, this place is packed. You're right. Let's find the bartender and get permission to use their chimney first. Then we can travel to the Laughing Bureau and find Slughorn before he is gone. Excuse me, sir. We were wondering if... Not now. Too busy to talk. Oh, we will be out of your way in no time, sir. We only wanted to ask. I said too busy to talk, but for some reason you are still talking. Lucius Malfoy sent us. Oh, he did? Did he? In that case, I have got half a second for you. Seriously, half a second is already over by now. I recommend using that time to persuade me that I should bother listening to you. But how can we persuade you if you won't listen to us? Good point. Here is an idea. Try taking a few food orders. When there is less to do, maybe we can talk. Well, then give us salary for that. Nice job, you two. Things seem to be under control. Now, you were saying something about wanting to say something. Yes, Lucius Malfoy told us we could use your fireplace to travel to a place called the Laughing Burrow. Or the Bureau for short. What is it, sir? Just never heard of a restaurant by that name. But it's not like I can keep track of every restaurant in England. I barely have time to bus my own tables. Now you can use my fireplace if you must. But you'd better hurry up before I change my mind. You heard the man, Cosbreaker, into the fireplace. At this point, I'm not exactly sure what to expect. But it's not like we have any other leads. I suppose you're right. We will stick together, keep our guards up and hope for the best. And with just a pinch of blue powder, it's time to travel to the Burrow. Christmas decorations here. Let's go to Burrow. I wonder where it will take us. Oh, what is this place? How strange. This looks like someone's house. The bureau looks like the bureau. That's because it is the bureau, Andre. Autumn, what are you doing here? We have been looking for Horace Slughorn on behalf of Guang Jones. Lucius Malfoy told us we would find him in a place called the Laughing Burrow. He said the restaurant was called the Burrow for short, so that's what we said when we used the blue powder. I have never heard of any place called the Laughing Burrow. Me neither. But as I am sure you have noticed, that nickname sounds an awful lot like the Burrow. Like diagonally, sounds like diagonally, which is precisely where you are. But I'm sad to say, if you are looking for a Slughorn, this is probably the last place you would find him. Really? Why is that, Mrs. Weasley? Slughorn was never a fan of mine or Arthur's, which is fine because we never were a fan of his. The same has always been true of Lucius, for that matter. A bit of a snob, if you ask me. But don't worry, I will go check on the little ones upstairs. Then I can help get you back to Hogwarts. I suppose I should have seen this coming, but it doesn't make any sense. Would Lucius send us here on purpose? And if so, why? I think it's clear what's going on. It is? Absolutely, I will lay out my theory. Then you can tell me what you think. Then we can decide what to do next. So you think Lucius sabotaged us because he doesn't want us to meet Slughorn? Clearly, there is no such thing as the Laughing Burrow. He sent us here because he doesn't think we're good enough to join the Slug Club. To be honest, in a weird way, it's a compliment. How's that? It means that Lucius thinks if we met Slughorn, we would definitely get an invitation to join the Slug Club. That is a weird compliment. It seems to me that Lucius sidetracked us because we are closer than ever to getting an invitation. But what do you think? Do you agree Lucius sabotaged us so we wouldn't get invited to Slug Club? It would seem that way. Then we wouldn't give up looking for Slughorn. We just need to figure out where to search next. For now, it sounds like Mrs. Weasley is sending us back to Hogwarts. At this rate, we will never find Slughorn. We will let down Wang and we will never get an invitation to the Slug Club. Not necessarily, but Coursebreaker, we are about to be sent back to school with no leads. That's true, but we might be able to find more answers back at Hogwarts than you think. Slughorn taught alongside our professors for years before retiring. They must know him fairly well. Perhaps one of them has some information that could point us in the right direction. Blimey, you're right. As soon as we get back to Hogwarts, let's find a professor who knew Slughorn well. Perhaps he even left them a forwarding address. We could start with Professor Flitwick. He's always eager to help when he can. Brilliant, there is still hope. I'll write to Granong and update her on our progress. You go talk to Professor Flitwick and let me know if you learn anything that points to Slughorn's whereabouts. Thank you for watching.